All right, let's dive straight into the core problem with current foundation models operating in hybrid action spaces. They perfectly understand atomic GUI actions, clicking, typing, the usual stuff, and sure, they grasp high-level tool and API calls. But here's the catch. They completely lack the internal policy to figure out the mathematically optimal moment to switch between the two. That's exactly what we're unpacking today with ToolCUA. It's a novel framework that completely solves this orchestration bottleneck through a really clever staged training paradigm.
Here's our roadmap for this explainer. We'll start with GUI-Tool path orchestration, move into interleaved trajectory scaling, then break down tool-bootstrapped GUI RFT, followed by online agentic RL optimization, and wrap up with the empirical results on OSWorld-MCP. So jumping right into part 1, GUI-Tool path orchestration. The fundamental issue we're looking at is trajectory-level optimal path selection. Picture a realistic desktop environment. An agent might know a tool API exists, right? But it totally fails to determine if the current state requires it to stay grounded in the GUI, invoke that tool immediately, or maybe switch later on. It gets stuck. A GUI action that looks perfectly plausible locally can actually lead to a globally inferior path, which, as we know, creates massive execution inefficiencies.
This really highlights the delta we're dealing with here. Legacy, pure GUI models, they're incredibly rigid and step-heavy. They require multiple, highly fragile operations. Click here, type that, scroll down, just to execute a basic state change. On the flip side, interleaved actions are theoretically super efficient. They allow an agent to literally collapse a dozen atomic UI steps into just one API call and then instantly bounce back to GUI mode for visual validation. But getting a model to actually handle this? That requires an entirely new training paradigm.
Which brings us to part 2, interleaved trajectory scaling. Just look at the sheer scale of this foundational corpus. We're talking about 192,000 raw, pure GUI steps that were fully repurposed into scalable hybrid action data. And the best part? They pulled this off without any manual API engineering and without relying on brittle, real-world tool trajectory collection. Instead, they algorithmically synthesized a grounded library of tools directly from static GUI data. That's a huge step forward.
Here is the exact multi-stage progression of their interleaved trajectory scaling pipeline. First, they filter the pure GUI paths. Then, they bring in an MLM to synthesize candidate tools by analyzing that pure GUI path, basically inferring functional signatures and argument semantics directly from the trajectory behavior. Third, they generate a functionally equivalent tool-only trajectory and validate it against next state screenshots. And finally, they build a partial tool availability context. They swap tools in for GUI actions to deliberately expose the agent to those absolutely critical boundary transitions.
Now, what's genuinely fascinating about this projection is how it validates the synthetic tool space. This clustering proves that the 4,350 unique synthesized tools actually capture incredibly diverse functionality across different application domains. Think LibreOffice, Chrome, VS Code, and it does this without collapsing into narrow abstraction layers. It's like a giant puzzle where you can clearly see fine-grained, mid-grained, and coarse-grained composite skills all coexisting perfectly within the exact same latent regions.
Moving on to Phase 3, Tool-Bootstrapped GUI RFT.
This phase is what anchors the base model. It kicks off with warm-up supervised fine-tuning across the entire synthesized dataset, which bakes in all that multimodal tool calling knowledge and state expectations. But here is where it gets really interesting. It then shifts to single-turn reinforcement learning. But, and this is key, it doesn't just apply RL everywhere. It applies it specifically at those critical GUI to tool boundary steps. By using group relative policy optimization, the model learns the exact mathematical threshold of when it needs to abandon the GUI and just call a tool.
Next up, Section 4, Online Agentic RL Optimization.
For this stage, the researchers engineered a highly specialized mathematical reward function known as the Tool Efficient Path Reward. You see, task success alone just isn't enough to evaluate a hybrid agent. Why? Because it might succeed using some incredibly inefficient, pure GUI brute force method. This function completely solves that by combining a tool appropriateness term with a path efficiency term.
Let's break down the logic of that appropriateness term, our tool. It explicitly decouples tool usage from final task success. If a task is labeled as tool beneficial and the agent leverages an API, boom, it gets the reward. On the flip side, if a task absolutely doesn't require tools and the agent smartly abstains from redundant tool use, it's also rewarded. So it actively penalizes the model for trying brute force GUI approaches when a tool was clearly the optimal mathematical path.
And the real kicker is how this pairs with the efficiency term, R-length. Instead of relying on some fixed threshold, it evaluates the trajectory length relative to the rollout group average. If the path drags on longer than the baseline, an exponential decay penalty is applied. Because high-level tool calls naturally replace a bunch of atomic GUI steps, this mathematically incentivizes the agent to actively discover and exploit tools to compress its execution horizon. It's a really elegant solution.
Finally, Section 5, OSWorld-MCP empirical results. The data here is definitive. ToolCUA, operating at just 8 billion parameters, hits a state-of-the-art 46.85% task accuracy. To put that into perspective, that is a massive 66% relative performance jump over its foundational baseline QN3-VL-8B instruct. It's completely outperforming much larger proprietary models. This really proves that optimal path orchestration is a far superior lever for driving performance than just raw parameter scaling.
And this architecture's brilliance totally extends to zero-shot cross-platform generalization. Despite being trained exclusively on Linux-based trajectories, ToolCUA was dropped into an unseen Windows desktop environment. And the result? It hit 33.8% accuracy. It completely outperformed the 72 billion parameter version of its base architecture. The hybrid switching policy it learned is truly platform agnostic.
1493. That number represents the average completion steps, or ACS, for ToolCUA. When you compare that to the baseline's 19.34 steps, this dramatic reduction proves that the tool-efficient path reward functioned exactly as it was designed to. The agent successfully learned to execute the shortest, most optimal mathematical paths by seamlessly collapsing all those redundant UI interactions into dense, efficient tool invocations.
Let's quickly walk through a multi-app case study to see this in practice. We start out with standard GUI grounding in a raw Ubuntu Linux environment. Here, the agent is just using atomic actions to type and search for the terminal. Pretty standard stuff.
Once it's inside the workspace, the model smoothly navigates using those atomic GUI interactions. It's reading the screen state, it understands the layout, and it's recognizing the specific files it needs to manipulate. But right at this precise mathematical moment, the trajectory policy kicks in and dictates that continuing with GUI clicks is going to be suboptimal. So to finish the sequence, ToolCUA instantly drops into a direct API tool call to handle the structured file manipulation, totally bypassing dozens of potential UI errors. But crucially, when the target application throws an unexpected permission trust pop-up, the API fails. And what does the model do? It instantly recognizes the failure, falls back to raw GUI logic, clicks the confirmation button, and successfully wraps up the task. That right there is true orchestration. Which leaves us with a pretty provocative theoretical question to close out this explainer. Given a 66% performance leap and these massive reductions in step counts, the evidence strongly suggests that training exclusively in a pure GUI action space might just be fundamentally obsolete. Are we looking at the permanent deprecation of pure GUI foundations in autonomous agent design? Well, looking at this, the data certainly points that way.